Hello, everyone. Here we are again today for another chit chat about cooking, possibly. I am asked many times at the store what's the best way to cook, choose, season pasta. So I decided to line out a few suggestions here about choosing the pasta, cooking the pasta, the right pots, the right amount of water, the timings, and everything else. So, when you buy pasta, you should remember that there are, unfortunately, two tiers of pasta. A lower quality one, which is mass produced, rushed through, and sometimes, depending on the honesty of the producer, you have to pay attention where the wheat comes from. And then there are a higher quality pasta, which is normally made in a way slower process, smaller batches. Generally, this type of pasta is a very pale yellow color. I mean, pale yellow. If you see a pasta that's way yellow, unless it's egg based, then it means it's a mass produced one, shock dried, because that's the only way that they can offset the costs and make a pasta cheaper. So they use Teflon extruders instead of bronze extruders, but the bronze extruders give a way rougher texture and the sauce really clings to it. Then the drying, if it's shock dried, that kind of shocks the pasta, the gluten, and the slow drying at low temperature allows pasta to be way more digestible. I have been told by many people who have gluten issues, intolerance, bloating, discomfort, and so on and so forth, that when they go to Italy, they have no issues whatsoever with the pasta there. And that's because of this way slower process. Let's clarify, celiac disease does not allow gluten, period. It doesn't matter how high quality the pasta is. Then, now you have your pasta, you have to cook it. You have to cook it in a rapidly boiling water, which means bring the water to boil, then add salt. When you add the salt, the boil will stop for a moment and then will start again. When it starts again, you add the pasta. Stir it frequently for the first couple minutes. Keep the water rapidly boiling and then drain it possibly a minute or two before it gets al dente and finish cooking into the sauce, unless it's a pesto or a carbonara, in which case you do not cook the pasta in the sauce. That's when you really need your pasta to be al dente. It's very important that the pasta is not overcooked. Not just because the pasta is not as good as al dente, but because it is harder to digest and it raises your blood sugars way faster than regularly al dente cooked pasta. One thing must be said here, which is at the higher the altitude, the sooner pasta will start boiling. Well, not sooner. I mean, it takes longer in all reality, but it boils before reaching 100 Celsius degrees. So that will mean that it's more complicated to keep the rapidly boiling, which I do up here at 4,400 feet. I partially cover the pot so that it doesn't foam and overflows, but it will keep boiling rapidly. And because it doesn't reach 100 Celsius, it will take a little longer to cook. So if you are at a high altitude, and like I do like 20 other things while pasta cooks, set the timer to the lowest of the times that packages say, because remember, cooking times on the packages, whether it's rice, farro, pasta, anything, is set at sea level. So set the timer at the lower time, and then taste the pasta, so you will realize how much longer you have to cook it. If you finish cooking in the sauce, you might as well reserve some of the water, get the pasta out of the water even at that point, and then finish cooking it into the sauce. That will allow the flavors to combine. And if the sauce thickens too much, you can use a little bit of the water that you have reserved before draining pasta. If you are making a long cut pasta like spaghetti or bucatini or linguine, you might actually want a taller pot rather than a wider one, because a taller pot will allow all of the pasta strand to be in water at the same time, so you don't have an uneven cooked pasta. If you're cooking a pasta that's in a nest, depending on the type of pasta, if it's an egg-based pasta like pappardelle or fettuccine, you wait about a couple minutes before touching it so that the pasta softens enough to handle being moved or stirred without breaking. If it's a denser pasta that requires at least 10-12 minutes and it's in a nest, then you want to go at least 5 minutes without touching it, because that will help you then stir it without breaking it. Do not put oil in the pasta cooking water, because true, it may help pasta from sticking to each other, but it will also prevent sauce from sticking to your pasta. To prevent sticking, all you have to do is stir every now and then. I mean, at the beginning, first couple minutes, as I said, stir it quite frequently. Then you can stir it every now and then, and that's going to be okay. A last suggestion that I can do: if you are cooking pasta for a group of people, you may want to give it a pre-cook, like 2 or 3 minutes, then finish cooking in the water, and then saute in the sauce. That will cut some time, but don't pre-cook the pasta and let it wait until people come in, because then you will have a soggy pasta. And I think that's pretty much it. As I said, finish cooking the pasta in the sauce. It's so much better than just putting the cooked pasta in a bowl and then ladling sauce on it. You will always have the separation between the pasta and the sauce. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I will be happy to reply. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.